HEQ5 Pro is one of the most reputable mounts, but does it hold its place in 2022? Should you still consider buying this? This video is all about answering this question. I've been a devoted user of HEQ5 Pro for about 4 years now. When I was looking for mounts, I found an irresistible deal in the second-hand market, so I decided to give this mount a go. And that was the best decision. I can tell you up front that I love this mount. It is solid, it's built like a tank, and has all things necessary to help you take nice sharp photos. Like everything, it has some weaknesses. I'll get to that later. But just in case you don't know much about this mount, let's first look at its specs. The HEQ5 Pro is a heavy-duty mount which is reasonably priced. One of the main things to look for in a mount is how much weight you can put on it. The stated weight of HEQ5 Pro is 30 pounds for visual use and 24 pounds for astrophotography. In my view, you can use 30 pounds for visual, but for astrophotography I would suggest no more than 20 pounds. Anything more than this will add strain on gears. Thus tracking and guiding won't be as good. You can increase the efficiency of the payload by hyper-tuning your mount. A big shout out to AstroBloke, whose guide I followed to hyper-tune my mount. I'll drop a link below of how to do that just in case you're interested. Well, with my hyper-tuned mount, I have used 26 pounds on top of it for astrophotography, and it has handled it well. For most refractors, I think HEQ5 Pro would be best fit. Newtonians anything above 8-inch might be a struggle. You can use any scope with a Wixton style dovetail on the HEQ5 Pro. The saddle is secure and solid enough for most setups, although you can upgrade it if you've got spare funds. I have not had any problems balancing my mount. In terms of counterweights, the mount comes with two 11-pound counterweights. Again, more than enough for balancing most setups. You might need an extra counterweight if you are going to use anything above 22 pounds on it. It comes with a power cable which provides constant 12 volts, which is a must for good tracking. Voltage problems can often interfere with tracking. I haven't had any need to upgrade my power supply. Well, it also comes with portable car cable, just in case you want to take it away to dark skies. Next to the power supply port, you would find various other ports. You can use an auto-guiding port to directly connect your guide camera to the mount, which is highly not recommended. I don't think that's an efficient way to guide. I'll rather use my computer to command the mount. But there is a way for AutoGuider to connect the mount directly if you would like that. Then there is this port that the SynScan Go-To hand control plugs into. In terms of Go-To functions and database, in my limited experience it does what it needs to. It can slew to 42,900 objects. That said, my primary use is astrophotography, so I hardly use Go-To hand controller and its functions. Instead, I use plate solving to find objects, which is not very hard. So I would suggest buying an EQ mod cable for a few bucks and connecting your laptop with the mount. It both saves you time and makes everything smooth. By the way, this is where the EQ mod cable goes. You simply unplug the remote and plug the cable instead. For astrophotography, I use Nina, PhD2 and GS Server, and this mount easily communicates with multiple softwares without any problems. Well, what about tracking? How good does it track? Let me show you what I've been able to achieve with this mount. Often my tracking numbers are below 1 arc minute in PhD2 with this mount, which is quite excellent. For most setups, if you can manage to track under 1 arc minute, that's a win. Well, I can say that I have not had any issues with tracking with this mount. It has been super reliable. I always have round stars with it, And in terms of unguided exposures, with good polar alignment, I have been able to go as long as 3 minutes. So I think in terms of tracking, it does a fantastic job. You can change tracking speeds for lunar and solar astrophotography or viewing, and this can be done easily with the hand controller. It comes with a polar scope, which I don't really use much because in my light polluted skies in the southern hemisphere, finding Polaris is very hard. It's easier to find a needle in a haystack than to find the Polaris in southern skies. I polar line with Sharp Cap or Nina, and that has been so easy. In terms of longitude and latitude control and fine tuning, it's precise enough. It doesn't take long to get used to it. Tripod too is solid and can withstand vibrations. It's extendable, which is so handy in properly leveling the mount. I find that balancing the mount is not too difficult. In terms of overall weight, I would say that this is quite light compared to many other heavy-duty mounts. The entire assembled mount, except for counterweights, weigh about 22 pounds. I often lift the whole rig without the counterweights and put it outside on clear nights. It doesn't hurt my back or anything of that sort. So it makes setting up the rig and taking it off quite easy. Overall, I can say that this is a good, reliable mount, and I would highly recommend it to you. It does what it's supposed to do. Obviously, if you want a mount that can track even better and can take more payload, then I think you should definitely go for something like HEQ5. But I don't think I would be needing that anytime soon because this mount at this moment exceeds my expectations. I'm quite happy with this mount, and I think if you are in the market for a mount, go for it. This will not disappoint you. If you found this video to be helpful, please subscribe for more.